Over the last 2 Sundays, I've been teaching about Sodom, Lot, and the nexus with Nigeria and our world. It just so happens that within this time, a lot seems to be happening within our nation, around us, and to us that frankly just makes you think that Sodom might have been better than this. What do you think is the most important message about Sodom? Is it that Sodom was destroyed? Is it Lot's wife who looked back to see the destruction of Sodom? Is it Lot who stood in the gap for strangers so they weren't destroyed in Sodom? Or is it that Lot and his family were saved? All the messages are actually interwoven. It's the message of the gospel. I will explain. Sodom's destruction represents the life of sin and the promise of eternal damnation. Lot's wife represents those who receive the gospel and its promise of salvation but are still drawn to the world and a life of sin. Lot represents the believer who is saved and preaches the gospel to those who are not saved so they can also avoid damnation. Lot and his family being saved represents the promise of eternity for the redeemed. This, my friends, is my message for today. Hope. I bring you a message of hope. In recent times, I have been meeting a lot of people during my campaigns, and one thing is clear. Many are feeling helpless and hopeless. Many are depressed and feel abandoned to their fate. Others have just accepted that it's over and are waiting for the worst to happen. This is why we preach this gospel. It's hope in a time of hopelessness. It's life to the dead. It's sight to the blind. It's energy to the weary. It is the promise of redemption to the condemned. This is why Christ died. Genesis 18:20 and 21 reads, "And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know." Genesis 19:12 and 13 further reads, "And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides, son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters? And whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord. And the Lord had sent us to destroy it." Whose cry bothered God so much about Sodom? Who continuously petitioned God about the state of affairs in Sodom? Who stood at the city gate trying to save strangers from the wickedness of Sodom? One man, Lot. Lot chose to be different. He lived in an evil city, a very evil city. The easiest thing for him to have done would have been to adapt and blend in with the crowd. After all, if you can beat them, join them. But Lot dared to be different. He chose to be different. In all the madness around, he remained faithful and committed to God. The child didn't come. He waited patiently in prayer. The promotion didn't come. He persisted in prayers. The spouse didn't come. He prayed some more. His shop was burnt. He went down on his knees in prayers. His visa was denied. Prayers continued. No food. He called it a fast and prayed harder. This is the story of Lot, a man who didn't let his circumstance, environment, family, or anything separate him from God or dent his faith. He harassed God with so many prayers that God had to send angels to go and investigate his petitions. He never gave up. And because of this, when the angels came to investigate, he was ready. How many of us have given up just an hour before the angels showed up? We decided to be like everyone else in Sodom. We took a shortcut instead of waiting on God. Child of God, don't give up. Help is on the way. Stay on course. Stay in the place of prayers. Pray some more, and then some more, and then some more. Sodom is not an option for you. You have been redeemed. Don't look back. Remember Lot's wife. While you are waiting for God to show up for you, remember Lot. Help others. Don't let them be destroyed in Sodom. Preach the gospel of salvation to them. Help didn't come today as you expected, no problem. Continue helping others. Stay in the place of prayers. People will laugh at you. They will mock you for being different. It's okay. They will say you're a fake girl because you don't party with them. Again, it's okay. They won't invite you to their birthdays because you refuse to do Yahoo. It's also okay. Dare to be different. That's what will save you from Sodom. That's your ticket to eternity. You can't be conformed to this world. You can't be accepting of the standards of this world. You can't consent to their ways because they are in the majority. Dare to be different. Christ was different. He chose a different path. He didn't conform to the ways of the Pharisees. He didn't act like the Sadducees. He chose a different path. He wasn't in a popularity contest with anyone. He was solely focused on his mission. Dare to be different. Because Christ dared to be different. He fulfilled his mandate. Your only mandate is eternity. Remember Lot. He was saved because he dared to be different. He persisted till salvation came his way. Don't give up. Don't blend in. Don't join them. Dare to be different. God bless you all.